Before an Olympic athlete can win a medal, they may have to survive years of bills, injuries, selection pressure, and uncertainty, with absolutely no guarantee they will even reach the Games. The road to an Olympic podium usually begins long before the world knows an athlete's name. At first, the goal is simple: get better. That means coaching, equipment, training facilities, competition fees, travel, recovery, medical treatment, and thousands of hours of practice. But elite sport quickly becomes expensive. Someone has to pay for flights to competitions, hotels, nutrition, physiotherapy, specialized equipment, entry fees, insurance, sometimes relocation to train with the right coach or national program. And athletes are funded very differently depending on their country and sport. Some receive support from national Olympic committees, sports federations, clubs, universities, governments, or employers. Olympic Solidarity also provides programs designed to help national Olympic committees support athletes preparing for the Games. Others depend heavily on family money, personal savings, part-time work, or sponsorship. A talented athlete can therefore face a strange problem. The better they become, the more expensive becoming even better can become. Regional competition turns into international competition. A basic coach becomes a specialist team. Recovery becomes physiotherapy, medical monitoring, strength training, nutrition planning, and sports science. Meanwhile, training can consume much of the time that could otherwise be spent building a normal career. This is why budgeting matters so much that the IOC's Athlete 365 program provides financial education specifically for athletes. Then comes sponsorship. From the outside, Olympic sport can look extremely wealthy. Huge stadiums, global television audiences, major corporations. But that does not mean every athlete personally receives large sponsorship deals. IOC material on athlete commercial opportunities has noted that many Olympic athletes and national teams do not have their own sponsorship income. So while a superstar may earn significant endorsement money, another world-class athlete in a less commercially popular sport may still be carefully calculating how to afford the next training camp. And money is only one side of the journey. The other cost is mental. You train for years for an event that may be decided in seconds. Your performance is measured constantly. Times, scores, rankings, qualification standards, selection decisions. One injury at the wrong moment can erase months of preparation. One poor competition can threaten your place on a national team. The IOC's work on elite athlete mental health recognizes that high-performance athletes can experience mental health symptoms and disorders and face sport-specific pressures, including injury, performance expectations, career uncertainty, and barriers to seeking help. That creates another challenge. An Olympic athlete must learn when discomfort is part of training and when something is genuinely wrong. Because ignoring every warning sign is not toughness. Recovery is part of performance. So the modern Olympic journey can include not only coaches and doctors, but psychologists, mental performance specialists, physiotherapists, nutritionists, and a support network outside sport. The IOC now provides mental health resources specifically aimed at athletes and their entourages, reflecting how seriously psychological well-being is treated in elite sport. Then, qualification approaches. This is where years of preparation become brutally specific. Every sport has its own qualification system. The athlete may need rankings, qualifying standards, international results, or national selection. Being one of the best athletes in your country may still not guarantee an Olympic place. So the pressure increases. Training sessions become more important. Recovery becomes more disciplined. Travel schedules tighten. And financially, this may be the period when additional support matters most. Olympic Solidarity continues to fund athlete support programs, including scholarships intended to help athletes prepare for Olympic competition. Finally, the qualification result arrives. Years of work may produce one sentence: "You are going to the Olympic Games." But even then, the journey is not finished. Now the athlete must manage the biggest stage of their career, the Olympic Village. Media attention, expectations from home, competitors they have watched for years suddenly warming up beside them. And somewhere inside all of that noise, they still have to perform the same technical movements they practiced when nobody was watching. Then comes competition. There is no guarantee of a medal. Most Olympians leave without one. For those who reach a final, the difference between the podium and fourth place can be incredibly small. And if the medal finally comes, the celebration can make the journey look simple. The cameras show the flag, the podium, the medal, the anthem. What they cannot show in that moment are all the invoices, early mornings, injuries, missed events, failed qualifications, uncertain contracts, difficult conversations, and years spent wondering whether the sacrifice would ever pay off. That is the real path to an Olympic podium. It is not simply an athletic journey. It is a financial plan, a psychological test, a support system, and a long-term gamble built around one extraordinary goal. And the medal is not where the journey begins. It is the tiny piece of metal the world sees after years of work it never did.